My ear itches. I'm leaving that in. So this is why I won't go wide. Now let me set this up though first and tell you I have books that are not exclusive to Amazon. I have about half a dozen, maybe more. But I also have over 200 releases to my name, so it's a small blip. It's not like, hey, I got 10 books and seven of them are in went wide, and I'm lying to you and saying I won't go wide. It's like two series that are old that never got many page reads, or in the case of one of the series, they got a ton of page reads and then it just completely dropped out and died. Before we get into it, I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for watching all of these writing videos, watching all of my other videos. And I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, most Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube Live at noon Eastern Standard Time. And I write for about 2 hours. Most of it is talking, let's be honest. There's a really, really crazy healthy chat room that some of you are jump in and ask questions, and we talk about, I don't know, random things. A lot of 80s heavy metal and stuff that most people are like, what are we even talking about? Anyway, back to the question at hand: why I won't go wide. I guess it's not a question; it's more of a statement. Money. Let's be honest. I've been doing this again for almost 40 years, 15 years as a full-time author. And when we first got into Amazon doing the exclusive stuff, we all screamed and yelled. This is ridiculous. I want to sell my books everywhere, blah blah blah. You're taking money out of my pocket, blah 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 blah. And then Barnes and Noble, Kobo, all the other, there was tons of online places back in the day. 2008, 2009, we started with the ebook stuff, and then a million different platforms and everything else. And we were signing up for all these places because we were going to sell whatever this book, we were going to sell this book in 100 different places, and we were going to make $1,000 a month on each of those. Smash words, all of them. And then we realized quickly that none of those places were making us any money. Listen, I'm not going to argue with the Amazon, the evil empire, and all that other blah, blah, blah. The reason that I am a full-time author today is because of Amazon, is because the website is easy to use. There's no craziness to uploading books. If there's a problem, they tell you what the problem is. Yeah, it's customer service isn't what it was 15 years ago, but it's still better than trying to jump in to some of these other places and finding out, well, can't even find a customer service number. How many times do I look and I see somebody like, hey, anybody know how to get in touch with Kobo? Anybody know how to get in touch with this one or this one? So for me, it's it's more or less an all in at this point. And if Amazon goes away, hopefully it goes away because somebody else finally figures out how to make a good website. Have you ever tried to use, and listen, I'm not putting down any of these other places. Okay, it's going to seem like it, but this is Armand's opinion. This is my own personal opinion. I'm not saying don't use these other places. I'm not even saying don't go wide. I'm saying figure out for you what works. For me, going wide does not work. Okay, so a lot of my stuff is in, the things that are wide, that's 6 or 7 books, draft to digital. And again, it's a very small percentage of my books. So I'm not going to say, well, I should still be making thousands of dollars a month. But I average about $1 a month with those 7 books. And again, here's the argument. I get it. You can say, well, those are old books. Well, you're not promoting those books. Well, you're not. I get it. I get it. But when I did go wide, when I did those 2, 3 times in my career, maybe more, when I got that wild hair, and I was like, you know what? I'm going wide. I'm not. I'm losing money here. Whatever. And there are authors that will put their book into Kindle Unlimited 90 days. They automatically uncheck the box to keep it going, and then after 90 days they go wide with it for 90 days, whatever. And then they build it up, and then I don't know, they go back. I don't know however they do it, and they seem to do all that work and think that that's great. The problem with a lot of those places, when you use Draft to Digital, I want it to work. I like the people. I've met the people who work for Draft Digital or who did work for Draft Digital at the NINC conferences. Great people. They love the business. They want to make money. They want us to make money. There's no doubt about it. They're not just like, yeah, we're gonna just put this website up and then we're gonna take all your money. There's no money. There's no money. I'm not even gonna get into the whole Draft to Digital is now going to charge you and all that stuff. Okay, because they're going to charge me $12 a year, and I probably make about $12 a year. So basically, Draft to Digital, if I stay in, will be a wash. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet on that, to be honest with you. So now I look at it and I say, all we need is somebody to step up, somebody to do work. And we've been saying this for years. Okay. Smashwords is awful. And I'm just going to say it. Again, my opinion. And I know they're part of Draft to Digital now and on and on and on. They never made sales for me. Ever. I mean, ever. And even like going through Ingram Sparks. Again, I have like maybe 4 or 5 books through them. I don't make any money through them. I don't even know. I'm looking at my money thing now. Yeah, last time I made money, I made $2 in January. It's the end of April. So again, we're looking at 4 books, but those 4 books are good. Those are print books. Those are pretty good print books that are out there that I'm not making any money on. So it doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me to go wide. Okay. Because I'm just not making the money. Whereas, I'm making $400, $500, $600, $700 right now on Amazon with their, what is it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 different places. And that's not good money for me. I'm going to be honest with you. $1,500, $3,000 a month, just Amazon money was the average. Okay. $3,000 a month on Amazon. And that's not great. That's not, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say, I could have made a lot more money. I should have made a lot more money. But comparatively speaking, if you're saying, hey, I made $3,000 here and I made $1 over here, okay, then the math just doesn't work for me. Why am I doing all that work to put all my books to go wide and having to take things down and check boxes, do all this stuff for $1? Doesn't make any sense. And again, I get it. I talk to authors all the time. I had a conversation with another author at BoucherCon, and they don't even want their books on Amazon. They're making enough money on all the other ones. They don't even need their stuff on Amazon. That's awesome. Good for you, man. Good for you. Luckily, they didn't tell me, well, this is what you need to do. Don't tell me that. I know what I need to do. It might not always be the right thing to do, but here's the thing. It's my thing, right? My thing to do. It's my thing to screw this up, not yours. So, like anything else in this business, things change, things get better, things get worse. You kind of roll with it. You try to figure it out. I'm not very tech savvy. This whole getting monetized on YouTube is throwing me for a loop because they keep sending me emails. Do this now, do this now, do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I do know that going wide for me doesn't work. As much as I love it, as much as I've taken a couple of luckily free courses on it, as much as I'm looking at, well, if I did more, if I did some advertising for it, if I did this for it, if I promoted it more, if I posted it all over, if I talked about it on when I did a podcast interview, anything, it just doesn't work for me. It does not work. And I don't want to waste any more time trying to jump in there. Okay. Now, I don't know how this draft to digital thing is gonna work out with the now they're charging you, and they're charging you a setup fee if you're a brand new client of theirs. So I don't necessarily want to just delete my all my books off of there. I definitely don't want to delete my account. If anything else, I'll take all those books down and I'll throw them in KU again. Maybe this time it works. Who knows? But I don't think so. I don't think it's going to work. I think those are older books that are not going to make me any money, regardless of where they are. And that's the truth of that. You know, they're older books. They're not really completely within the lanes that I am working now. Crime thriller. I still have a lot of horror stuff. These are not in those lanes. So for me, it's just what am I going to do with those books? Do you just let them go? Do you just delete them forever? I've gotten rid of like over 20% of my releases are no longer available. Okay, a lot of my stuff is no longer available because it's just I'm not happy. They're 10 years old, 15 years old. So I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff that way. And it's stuff that I probably, if I wasn't lazy, I probably should have put into draft to digital for all those and said, you know what, let's just see if I make maybe I'll make $2 this month. You know, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I would love for you to come on here and watch these videos and go, oh, this is the answer I was looking for. I don't know. I don't know all the answers. I don't know most of the answers. My career is based on doing the wrong thing and trying to learn from doing the wrong thing. Okay. And again, not to brag, but I've had a blessed career. I'm living the dream. Not many people are able to actually do this for a living. So in that respect, I am quite happy with what's happening. But on the other hand, I'm not happy. There's more, you know, I'm making about, you know, I don't know, 10% of what I was making on Amazon. You know, I'm giving you real numbers on all this crap. And I'm exposing myself. I'm putting myself out there. Some people are going to go, God, I wish I could make $300 a month. And other people are going to be, you're only making $300. Why are you wasting your time? I get it. 100% get it. What's your opinion? If you have an opinion on this, what are you doing? Is the new draft to digital stuff, is it affecting you? Is it something that you need to change things? Is it something that you're not going to be worried about? Are you not even using draft to digital? Are you just in Kindle Unlimited? Are you just exclusive to Amazon? Or is that the evil empire and you're not going to be on there? Because I know quite a few people who refuse to use Amazon. And I never openly say it, but I want to say, so then you're not making any money. I know one guy who's like, I do book signings once a month and I make all my money then. And I'm like, how many books are you really selling? Sitting at a bookstore in local. You're not making, you are not making thousands and thousands of dollars. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. I just don't believe so. I don't think you're making that kind of money selling print books because, you know, it's the cost of print books rising. the cost of shipping rise. It's how much are you really making per book when you look at it? That's why I don't do any book signings anymore. That's why I don't order a dozen copies of books anymore, because I don't want to sit behind the table. That being said, I got a book signing coming up in a couple of weeks in the library in Palm Coast. That's what I've done for the last couple of years, and then my daughter is going to hang out with me. So, otherwise, what's your opinion? What are you doing? What changes are you making when it comes to going wide or staying Amazon exclusive? Is there a difference? Do you see a difference in your numbers this year so far? Do you see sales and everything? Let me know. Also, thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for watching all of my videos. Thank you for, like I said in the beginning, watching me write live most days during the week. And that's it. If you have a writing question, if you have any kind of question for me, you're like, that would make a good video. This guy likes to talk about himself. Send it along. Either post it in one of the comment on one of the videos. Here's an idea for you. Or send me an email, armandrosamilia@gmail.com. And I would be more than happy to make another video. I'm always looking for videos every Wednesday, every Sunday, a new writing video. And most Fridays is going to be another writing video. So 2 or 3 days a week, you're going to get these videos until I run out of ideas. And I'm starting to run out of ideas. And maybe I got another, 3 months of ideas. So keep them coming, people. Keep them coming. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you.